Tottenham enter the weekend 5 points outside the Champions League places, and with only 4 games to go, they absolutely must win against Leeds United at Ellen Road to keep their hopes of playing in the competition alive next season. Joining me, Richard Bayliss, to preview this game, Thomas Sorensen, Michael Bridges and John Aloisi. Let's start with Leeds though, shall we? Because they, Bridgie, have their own motivations, of course, your former club, probably in getting inside the top 10 and also bouncing back from a fairly disappointing outing against Brighton last time out.
Yeah, definitely was not a good trip against Brighton, but again, I think Graham Potter and his men have been sensational this season, and that was a hiccup for Leeds United. But I was speaking to Liam Cooper, the captain. He was saying they made the magic number. It was all about survival this season, and they were hoping to finish the season on a high, and they can go out and play with the freedom now as well. And what an impact in the first season they have had. And they're going up against a tough team in Tottenham Hotspur with Ryan Mason now, and I'm just really looking forward to seeing how they do. You've got a new team in Tottenham that are looking to play on the front foot rather than the Mourinho tactics defensively, and they're going up against a powerhouse in Bielsa and his men.
How often do you talk to Liam Cooper? Because I feel like you say that every week. Do you just annoy him every week?
Annoy the hell out of him on WhatsApp.
Yeah,
it's nice to have.
Stalk him on Twitter. You just
yeah, exactly.
You know why I've got to keep in contact with him? Because every time you ask me for tickets, I've got to get them from him.
Yep. Yeah, I'm going to games a lot at the moment. John, obviously for Leeds as well, not having Calvin Phillips last week, big, because statistically they've missed him 9 times and they've lost 7 of them. So if you ever want an indication of just how good he is for Bielsa, that's it, and still unsure whether he'll be fit this week.
Yeah, and that's the way that Bielsa gets his teams to play. It's so hard to play that lone midfield in a Bielsa side because you have to do so much tracking and running because of the way that they man mark a lot. So when Calvin Phillips isn't playing, he's a massive loss, obviously, with the results at 7 out of 9. That's huge. And it's also when he's got the ball, how much he starts to play, and he's important for them. So they want him back, obviously. If they don't get him back, I don't think they'll be able to beat Spurs.
Well, they might still have Rafinha out too. Liam Cooper will be back, your mate, though. He would have told you that, Bridgie, on WhatsApp, back from suspension. But for Spurs, Bridgie mentioned the fact now playing under Ryan Mason, you can feel a little bit the shackles might be off compared to what they were playing before. And all of a sudden in Gareth Bale, they've got another goal scorer to support the usual suspects of Son and Kane. Do you expect Bale to once again be a factor here?
Yeah, I think he's come to life a little bit, as you're saying. I think that cloud of Mourinho, the way they had played, the life was sort of sucked out of Spurs. They've still got the cloud of Kane. Where is he going? Is he going to stay? But I think you've seen slight improvement. And again, I agree that if Leeds are missing a few players, I think Spurs will have enough, and the pressure of having to keep winning to have a chance for Europe, to save their season should be enough for them.
Last time they met, Bridgie, early this season, 3-0 in favour of Spurs, and it was a total lesson in don't make mistakes because players like Son and Kane will absolutely punish you.
Yeah, I think that's the big difference on the Premier League that they've noticed, as opposed to the Championship. You make mistakes in the Premier League, the top players will punish you, and you can't give opportunities like that away. I think Leeds United have tightened that up. They've got rid of their nerves and their frailties, and it'll be one hell of a game. And I'm looking forward to seeing which striker comes out on top. Is it going to be my mate Bamford, or is it going to be the one that I absolutely adore in Harry Kane?
Yeah, it's a fairly creepy preview, this one. What are you predicting? Do you dare predict anything?
I'm going to go out and I'm going to say Leeds United will get this job done here. I'm going to say 1 or 2-0.
Okay. What do you think, John?
No, I think Spurs. I think Bale are full of confidence. 9 Premier League goals, and he hasn't started too many games. And Kane, we know what he can do. And Son, I think they'll have too much firepower for Leeds, and I think they'll get the win.
Well, while Leeds' hopes of playing European football next year not quite done yet, you'd think time is running out for both them and Spurs, who are still aiming for a top 4 spot. They go into the weekend 5 points outside the Champions League places. If they can do the double against Leeds and get 3 points, they might yet sneak in. Like all games in the Premier League, this one is live on Optus Sport. Massive 90-minute pre-game show starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.